Hey guys, Justice Curry here. I have an incredible, massive, giant lot of G.I. Joes here. Pan real quick. I'm going to go one by one and slowly kind of show you everything that's available. And I'm going to be selling this. Yes, I'll be selling it all. It took me roughly 4 days of like non-stop sorting, getting accessories, figuring out what goes to what. I've been hoarding them for almost a year now, and I wanted to get them all spread out because it's a very time-consuming project if you've ever done something like this before. But I'm going to be individually selling them. If you see something that you like, please hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Let me know which ones you want. If you don't know the name of it, take screenshots in the video, send them to me. And I try to be lower than you'll ever find them anyplace else. I don't try to maximize buy it now prices like on eBay or like some sellers do. I want the stuff to move, and I want you to feel like you got a good deal. So definitely message me. And if you have things that you want to thin out on your own collection, I buy toys. So without further ado, I'm going to kind of go through it real quick. And thank you, my lovely videographer. Like I said, many of the complete vehicles right here, there's a couple that are incomplete, and then I have a bunch of HISS tanks over here, a few empty boxes, like those two are empty, and I'm going to sell the empty boxes as well. These are empty up here, empty. That's one of the modern Fangs, empty, empty, empty. And then these ones have the complete vehicles to match them. That's empty too, yep, the Tiger Shark. But it's not often that you get to see a collection like this. So please hit me up if you see something you want another empty box. That one's pretty rough. But I will definitely hook you up. I'm not trying to get every cent out of these things. I want to move them. And I also do payment plans. So, like, if you don't have all the money, but you're like, you know, I'll have it in 2 weeks or I'll have it in a month and I want to build a box with you, Justice, I'll say, yeah, that's fine. We can always make arrangements to do a payment plan. Typically, I need a couple bucks up front, and then we make arrangements on how long it'll take, and we'll figure it out that way. So, yes, I do financing. Should I say that? Payment plan? Yeah, whatever. All right. These are all my parts bins that I was able to use. It was a long labor. And a lot of this came from my buddy Zach's collection, who unfortunately recently passed away in 2022, and it's late 2022. And yes, all right. So let's, without further ado, start kind of going slowly. I'll pan to the mediocre stuff. I'll get to some of the good box stuff at the end. So skip around if you want, or just reach out to me on Facebook Messenger on pricing. Like I said, you're not going to find them cheaper. A few different Snowcats. Why I kept this like this, because probably only 1 in 10 will you ever find without a broken turret part right here. Like these ones, broken. There's always one side that's broken. So this one will be a little more expensive than this one, but it doesn't really matter. If your OCD can't handle the broken one, you get this one. If you just want it on display and no one else can tell, and you get something like this. Or you can get a real cheap one like that, where it doesn't have the original missiles. Some of the, I don't remember what set they were. I have them written down. Like Danger at the Docks, one of those kind of things, or Silent Strikes. This was like called the Wolf, I believe, but similar to the Cat. An Outpost Defender with the little thing right there. These are all 25th anniversaries, which are almost exact mold of the vintage 80s ones, of the Tiger Rat, and then the 2 Rattlers. But one Rattler has a little burn mark on the bottom of it, so it's way cheaper. We got the Tomahawk from the 80s, and then the reissue Eagle Hawk right there. I guess I'll do some of these right here. Really good condition, almost complete whale. The only couple condition issues, like always, the back fins, fans, whatever, are disconnected, broken, which you can repair. And then I got the missile turret. You just have to replace that. So we got Fang 2, a nice vintage fireback with the AVAC, the Razorback. If you want a giant bag of, or certain ones of those little accessory pack, weapons pack things right there. I love the Condor. Many of these don't have the drivers. Some do, some don't. Condor complete. You got the 2 Mobats. Check this out. It's not often that you get to see the tow hook or the cable for the Mobat. Beautiful, complete, other than the lens. Why am I drawing a blank on this? I'll come back to it. Slugger. Stuns right there. The Demon. A Mobat tank with the tip. Some really cool Sky Patrol ones right there, and you never see the missiles. The Hydrofoil, thank you. Thank you, Memory, for not letting me down. The Weather Dominator, or whatever they called it. It was some kind of built, almost like a Build-A-Figure where you had to buy these certain packs. This one I don't see for sale very often. The Crimson Command Chopper with the blades and the drivers separately bagged, but it's a beautiful chopper. I like it. Some 25th anniversary Cobra Flight Pods or the Trouble Bubbles. That's a cheapie. A bunch of All Strikers, the different ones. This one was my favorite. It was from the Desert Duel Striker. And from what it looks like, it's complete and it has a ton of accessories. Nice vamp back there. Serpentor's Air Chariot. There's also a boxed vintage Air Chariot someplace over there. Ram Cycle. I would have kept this, but I already have one, and I don't need 2 of them, but I stinking love these mech suits, and it has the driver inside. It's one of my favorites. Other cheap ones that you can get. Vintage Missile. It's not broken, it just came off, and I don't have 2 hands to put it back. Wolverines. Just missing the 1 seatbelt, not both. Even having 1 is lucky. The cool Missile Command, the Jump Pack, there's Grand Slam, this little bunker that transforms if I had another hand, the Pogo. This is not G.I. Joe, but I have one in my personal collection, kind of in a diorama, and it just fits. I love it. I don't know, like True Heroes, some kind of off-brand one from a while back. Checkpoint Alpha, check this out, with an unput together tree of the accessories, and that's complete in there. Some of the Battle Force 2000 vehicles, which I'll liquidate pretty darn cheap. Whirlwinds and these guys, all sorts. Some complete Thunder Machines, Devil Fishes. One's missing some things like the hoses and that gun, so it'll be cheaper. Isn't that awesome? I love it. It looks so good. I love the paint scheme. But the Water Moccasin, Armadillo, Vintage Tiger Force Cat. We kind of went around in a circle. I'll show you some of these over here. The Vintage Havoc, and I have one to go along with the box, as well as a second one. The LCV Recon Sled, Zartan's Air Skiff, unfortunately, and I mean, most people are going to buy it for the box because this is a cheap, $10 vehicle. And my cat or my kid or something knocked it off and broke that little tab, which has the missile. Which I have the missile, you can glue back on if you want, but that's the more desirable thing anyway. These, they remind me of Halo, don't they? Kind of look like the Halo vehicle. I think it's so awesome looking. One of my favorites. The other one as well, it's kind of stripped out because I let my kids play with this for a number of years. They lost all the pieces, but if you want it for a diorama and a fraction of the cost without all the accessories, then that'll be a way to do it. Also the RPV, it's a cheapie, but if you want some cool vintage box art, that's the way to get it. Get the cheap ones. Nice complete Tigerfish. There's the Cobra Serpentor Air Chariot. I don't have Serpentor, but just having the box alone, not one that comes up very often. Again, a complete ammo dump, the Evader, weapon transport, There's one. I got two swamp fires. One has some condition issues, like a little tab broken off there, still functions, and the other one I don't even think's put together. Beautiful, complete Night Raven right there. I can never find a box dimensions to ship those, but I'll make do. I always figure it out. This one has the roughest box because for some reason the whole back was ripped off. But if you're like me, you set it down on some kind of ledge and it's for the artwork and the display value anyway. Tons of these, by the way, as you could see when I was scrolling, have the original blueprints to go along with them. So that's neat. The stiletto sits inside. The flight pod, vintage, the mean dog, beautiful box, also the warthog. I don't have Sergeant Slaughter, but got the mint complete vehicle to go along with it. There's an empty box for the tiger shark. A stun. I've owned so many stuns throughout the years, and I don't think I've ever had one with 2 unbroken flags. No, I can tell you I haven't. That's gonna be how to ship this thing without breaking those. I mean, you look at them wrong and they snap. But the box, that doesn't come up for sale as often, especially in the groups. Cobra Wolf, one of the cleanest ones I've ever seen. The driver. And then you got another AGP. Vehicles down there, and have a loose one. And the loose one doesn't have these back little I don't know, exhaust ports, so it's going to be a lot cheaper if you just want one. Destro's despoiler. And then 2. One's better than the other. One has the file card cut out of it. Yep. So there'll be different prices, and plus the other one, the turret has a little condition. You'd have to glue it like that to make it kind of stick in. So you can get one for a better price anyway. And then all of the empty boxes. And if you're watching this video, don't message me and say, well, do you have this vehicle? Do you have that vehicle? I don't. Every single vehicle I have for sale is out here currently. Nice Road Toad. Like I said, that's the modern. It's sealed. Another stiletto, and then 2 of those guys right there. These boxes, that Sky Striker is the India one, but it has the same artwork and looks great. It's cheap. It's beautiful box. Super mint box. Nice and crisp. And then a mix of vintage and modern HISS tanks. And when I price things, guys, I want them to be gone. I don't want to hold on to things and try to maximize my dollars. I want to move things. That means I sell them cheaper. I'm telling you, it's very rare that you can go, well, I can find it cheaper someplace else, because I don't like doing that. I want it gone. And I got a lot. So hit me up if you see something you like. Check out the description wherever I post this. I'll try to update the description of what sells, because I don't want, if I sell the Tiger Rat, the Tiger Force Rattler, if I sell it within the first 5 minutes, then I'm going to have 50 other people asking me about it. So those 50 other people, or if you're included, you're interested in something, look at the description first, because I might have a list of what I already sold or availability, and I'm still working on pricing. So just bear with me, hit me up, we'll make a deal. All right, later on. Bye, Skeletor.